I know the rules, mate. You can't bend the rules to suit yourself. And like I just reported a crime. Street warden and police looking for business. Hope anyone don't drop a fag butt or a bit of litter. She give you the ticket and she slaps you in handcuffs. I witnessed that copper who was standing here dump that on the floor and walk away.
Notice how the officer presents this as a casual conversation, asking about the auditor's activities. In reality, he is probing for information he has no legal authority to demand. Under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act 1998, music, everyone has the right to freedom of expression, including the right to receive and share information without interference from public authorities. The College of Policing guidance is also clear on this point. Members of the public and the media do not require a permit to film or take photographs in public places. The officer is clearly relying on the hope that the auditor is unaware of these rights.
I spoke to the street warden and she said she ain't going to do nothing about it because it's the police. Wished I'd got it on film. There you go, here's the evidence where the copper just dumped it there.
Why are you recording?
Because I'm allowed to.
Right, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Just for your own leisure, or?
Yeah. Okay. I've got a YouTube channel and all that goes on there.
Ah, I see. What kind of things do you have on your YouTube channel?
Public interest.
And the police staff are of public interest, is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? Okay, not a problem. Am I able to take your name? Need your surname?
Am I
or-
obliged to give you my name?
No, I'm just asking you.
Well, I'm not obliged to.
You don't
I've
want
not
to give me
committed an
your
offence.
telephone?
I would like to report an offence.
The auditor handles this perfectly. Unless the officer is invoking Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, he has no legal power to demand a name. That section only applies where an officer has reasonable grounds to believe a person has been acting in music, an antisocial manner. Without those grounds, there is absolutely no obligation to provide identification. The auditor knows he has not engaged in any antisocial behavior, so he lawfully remains unidentified.
Right.
Right? I'll just see one of your officers dump that bottle of water on the floor there and walk away. That isn't a littering offence. Am I right?
Right, okay. Look, I'll pick it up and put it in the
Well,
bin,
that's not the point, is it? Because if that was me, or a member of the public here, right, that'd be an £80 fine, wouldn't it?
Each circumstance is different. I can't answer that. All I can say is it shouldn't happen. I'll pick it up and put it in the bin. It's not a problem.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, not a problem.
So yeah, you're just recording security
just
stuff,
general,
police officers.
just general stuff that goes on in town.
Right, and you're not willing to give me your name?
Well, I've done nothing wrong, so I don't need
No,
to,
I'm
do
only
I?
asking. Right, okay.
Well,
not a problem.
Don't mean to be ignorant or nothing, but the rules are the rules, aren't they?
Right, okay, not a problem.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
This is where the two-tier approach becomes clear. The officer suggests that each situation is different, but the law itself is straightforward. Section 87 of the Environmental Protection Act 1990 clearly states, if any person throws down, drops, or otherwise deposits and leaves music, any litter, they are guilty of an offence. This can result in a fixed penalty notice, music, or a fine of up to £2,500. If a member of the public committed this act, enforcement would be immediate. When it involves an officer, excuses are made instead.
I tell you, when you've got all this gear on, it's hard. It's like a workout. Yeah. You enjoy your shit.
Hello, mate.
You all right, mate?
Mate, can you just turn that away for a minute?
Am I obliged to?
Yeah.
Am I?
I just want to speak to you.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay. Basically, as you can appreciate, in this current climate,
This is the point where the situation escalates. Unable to identify him for simply filming, the officer turns to Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. This legislation states, a constable may stop and search a person whom he reasonably suspects to be a terrorist. However, established legal precedent and police training make it clear that filming alone does not meet the threshold of reasonable suspicion. This is an attempt to misuse counter-terrorism powers out of frustration with being recorded.
You ain't going to say terrorists and all that, are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
In short,
right.
we
Yeah.
need to establish for records,
Right.
you know,
Is it illegal
You are.
to record in the public space?
we can record,
Thank you.
right, but we need your details,
No,
actually.
I don't need to give you my details because I've done nothing. Are you accusing me of a crime?
We're not, that's nothing to
Well,
do with crime.
there's nothing then. I
Okay.
don't need to give you my
We can
details.
stop an account, obviously, you know, because obviously you've got to appreciate it, come on, from our point of view.
No, I don't appreciate your point of
You
view. If I expect you to come and question me if you think I've committed a crime, then fair enough,
You know,
right? But you're trying to... Don't touch my
that
camera,
way.
sir. Don't touch my camera.
turn that way.
That's assault, so don't do it.
right.
Right. I know the rules, mate. You
do.
can't bend the rules to suit yourself. And like I just reported a crime, right? Or
Yeah.
a statue or an act or whatever you want to call it, right? One of your officers dumped a bottle of water on the floor down there and walked away.
Here, the officer moves from unprofessional conduct into potentially unlawful behavior. By reaching toward the camera, he risks committing an offense under Section 39 of the Criminal Justice Act 1988 for common assault. An assault is defined as any act that intentionally or recklessly causes someone to fear immediate unlawful force. Interfering with or grabbing someone's equipment without lawful authority may amount to battery. Wearing a uniform does not grant the right to interfere with personal property.
Right?
Right.
If I'd done that, or a member of the public done that, what would happen? What would happen?
What would happen? What do you think would happen?
I know what would happen. I'd get an £80 fine for doing it. Wouldn't I? So you can't have one rule for yous and another rules for us. It's not fair. That's just not fair, is it?
Right. So why are you actually filming? Is it just a
I'm
hobby?
just doing, yeah, public.
hobby?
I've got a YouTube channel. I can put anything I like on YouTube channel. And that's what I do.
Yeah, pretty interesting then.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sounds pretty interesting. So is it just generally in your film, or?
Yeah, just general.
Yeah.
What goes on in the public, you know how it is.
Yeah. Oh, right. Does sound interesting.
Right, am I free to go?
Well, you know, often anyway.
Just about and about.
Yeah.
At this stage, the officer disengages, having exhausted any lawful authority. Under PACE 1984 Code G and established common law principles, a person is only considered detained if their liberty has been restricted. As the auditor was neither arrested nor lawfully detained under any specific power, he was free to leave at any time.